I used to think the battles along the boards was where the most chaos happens in hockey. But in game 2 of this tournament, I learned there's even more madness right in front of the net. We were up against a bigger, faster team, and according to Big Tay, we had to be careful, or they were going to put us in the hospital with a slap shot.
Anyone blocking that, get out the way of it. Hey, run your pass!
As the person with the least experience on the team, I don't usually start with the first line, but we were shorthanded. And then just to make it more interesting, Zach tells me...
Minute 30 changes. Defense, it's our job to pull.
Okay. To pull, what do you mean by pull?
If you're on the bench, it's your job to start calling.
Okay.
Look, I was already nervous. First line, short bench, try not to mess up. So when Zach says we're pulling people, I didn't know what he was talking about. Because I was nervous, this thing that was probably pretty simple got overcomplicated in my brain. Whatever, we figured it out. Hey, at least I was starting to figure out defense a little bit better. I spot Bro in the white bucket slipping behind me as I back into our zone. Meanwhile, their big fella is barreling down the rink, gaining speed. I make sure Bro in the white bucket's covered. Then I close the gap, get a stick in just enough to keep him outside. Not perfect, but sometimes just enough is enough. The next time I see them setting up, it's different. One of the boys in the blue buckets speeds into our zone, but the other defenseman is locked on him. I pick up number 9, who's creeping my way, and Junior forechecks the puck carrier, forcing him to make a decision. They've got nowhere to go, try to force a play, and I snag it. This next shot was crazy. I could barely believe it, and I was right there. Bro in the blue bucket lets Junior skate smooth by him and then launches the puck at the net. Somehow the puck gets under Tay. They spot it, Tay fights them off, and I barely stop the puck from going in. I'm so amped that I just sling it, full send, when I should have passed it to Will for the breakout. This play was so nuts, the crowd wanted a replay. When I hit the bench for a shift change, it felt like we were locked in. But then 2 plays hit us like a truck, and both came with a boom. First up is their big fella, and his name literally has the word boom in it. The big guy has been flying down these boards all night long, so you already know how this is about to end. One move and he's gone. We try to close in, 3 guys on him, sticks everywhere, but somehow he scores. And his bench yells. Then 3-4 and our guy Callie go to battle for the puck like 2 trains on one track, and the result is boom number 2. It was a big hit, and we stick tap when they recover, but they send our guy to the penalty box, so now we're playing 3 versus 4. After the face-off, it's the battle of the 69s, probably the most common number in men's beer league sports. Our 69 gets away with it just to get swallowed up by the speedy dude in the white bucket. Our 69 kicks it free and I grab it. I have literally 0.5 seconds to see their big fella coming at me, but this time I make the perfect pass for the breakout and even get a compliment from Big Tay. But there's no time to celebrate because they're right back in our zone. Tay is hollering for line of sight, and I'm covering Bro at the net. They pass it across, and I step up to stop the shot. He misses, I don't, but I'm the one that ends up on the floor. I get back in position. Same play again, except this time, it's the perfect setup for a slap shot. I fight to get in front of the shot, but he blasts Tay square in the body.
Run your pass.
We kill off the penalty, we head to intermission, 0-1, but Callie's wondering, why did he end up in the penalty box? And he actually makes a pretty good point.
I don't understand why I got penalty. I was skating for the puck, he skated for the puck. I have full right to the same rink he does.
Then 3-4 skates up like a class act. No trash talk, no drama, just came over to squash the beef.
In all reality, I feel like they could have gone the other way, but I touched it to puck first or something. And that's why they called the penalty.
It's all good, man.
We had a much bigger issue. We were playing solid defense, but defense alone wasn't going to win this game. But then Zach and Tay made it very clear. We were going to have to find the back of the net.
When we get our shots, take it. And hit the
So I try to jump into the play more, stealing pucks, pushing up the rink, trying to create something. But there's a big difference between getting the puck and actually doing something with it. Zach yells at me to turn and go, so I try to make a move and push forward. But then I run into the same problem. I can get the puck, but keeping it while I'm trying to wheel it up the rink, that's a whole different skill. I can see the lane and try to cut through it, but my puck handling under pressure just isn't there yet. This is what I need to work on. So I'm trying to make plays, I want to contribute, but these guys are just one step ahead, for now. We held out as long as we could, but sometimes the gas tank just runs empty. And just like that, boom, game over, 0-3, them. Oh, and about the whole pulling people thing,
Whenever you're ready, Zach.
I figured it out.
I got you when you're ready, Andy. Whenever you're ready, Andy. I got you when you're ready, Andy.
Turns out it definitely wasn't rocket science. And while I did figure that out, apparently I still need to learn when to use the door and when to hop the wall. After that game, we were dead. No legs left, no breath left, no subs left. And our next game was at 1 a.m. There was one thing I just couldn't stop thinking about.
I can't say this enough, guys. It's not worth taking one from a road. Just get out of the way.
Oh, not blunt.
I get what they're saying. Broken bones suck, and this is just beer league hockey. But what if I can block it safely? Mostly.